Hello guys, big welcome to your Sunday show. Today is Sunday, November 4th, 2018. Listen, I'm glad to have you guys here. First thing I want to talk about is we are going into a recession right now. Now, we're going headfirst into it right now. And the thing is Trump has a policy. I understand what Trump is trying to do, especially with his trade wars against China, his very difficult NAFTA negotiations with Canada and Mexico. Canada had to basically, and so did Mexico, had to basically come to the table and give Trump a good deal. Basically, that's what it amounts to. What Trump does is, his strategy is to come in hard, hit them hard, force them to come to the table, and then cut an extra good deal for America. That's Trump's technique. And normally this would be a very good strategy, except with China. And I'll explain to you why. China is like a giant tinderbox full of matches ready to explode, or a barn full of hay. You drop a match into a barn full of hay, what happens? Okay, so this trade war that Trump has started with China has started China into a process of an economic decline. So let's open up the charts right here, and let's take a look at what's going on here. First, we're going to start with cryptocurrency. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look here, and we're seeing that cryptocurrency, you know, she was down. She was almost down under 200 billion. She's back up to 2.9, almost $210 billion, with a Bitcoin dominance of 52.1%. And we see these altcoins have been making a move. Altcoins have been making a move. XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin is making a move, $55. This is bullish. It could translate into Bitcoin very easily, very soon, because this is very bullish. These altcoins starting to take off like this. Particularly, I love Litecoin up 8%. That's quite a little jump. Cardano way up, 7.78%. Bitcoin Cash is the leader of the day. Wow, look at this, 22.4% up today. 584 bucks in Bitcoin Cash. XRP's taken off. Ethereum has taken off. They're all at the starting gate and they're all taken off. What could this mean for Bitcoin? It could mean that Bitcoin's getting ready to take off too. It could very well mean that. Let's take a look here at Trump and his policies. Trump says, I think we'll make a deal on China now. So see, that's what he does. He pressures them in, and then he tries to get a good deal for America. And that's what he's trying to do right now. He's ready to talk. He's ready to pull China into the table and talk. But the thing is it might be a little bit too late for China. China is invested a tremendous amount of their money in the Chinese real estate market. And it's an unbelievable, it's a giant Ponzi scheme. It's a giant scam. The whole Chinese real estate market, including the Chinese shadow banking system, which is huge. I've done shows about the Chinese shadow banking system in the Chinese real estate market. If it goes down, it's going to carry the world economy down with it. Now, I was taking a look at a map of China yesterday, and it was showing the satellite imagery of the manufacturing sectors in China. And they're able to do infrared technology. We're able to see the heat generated by the factories. And we're able to compare the pictures of the heat generated by the factories from months ago, a few months back, and compare it now. This is a way of seeing see the Chinese, they keep releasing these numbers, and they're fudging their numbers on growth. They say, oh, the Chinese economy's grown great. In fact, it's not growing. The manufacturing sector in China is not only not growing, the infrared technology shows that it's shrinking by like 30% or something. The factories are not producing heat like they were. This is the beginning. It hasn't showed up in the numbers yet, but it will soon. And the reason for this is not as many goods are being manufactured and shipped abroad. the Chinese are trying to combat this by reducing the value of their currency. The next thing that might pop in China is the real estate bubble. In fact, it's already starting to pop. China is probably going to be the leader that's probably going to lead the world into the recession. Now, I did a program last night on my other channel, Financial Turmoil Explained, about the brick exit that's coming. I think this slowdown in China is going to hit first, ahead of the brick exit. This is like a 1-2 punch for the world's global financial system. The fact that, and this deal, if they make a deal with China, sure, it might pull things out of the fire temporarily, but China's already on the slope downhill. And taking things and putting things back the way they were, it's kind of like Humpty Dumpty. If you remember the old fable, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. By the way, Humpty Dumpty was like an egg, you know. He sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty, he slid off the wall and he took a great fall. He landed on the ground and he broke all into little pieces. It says all the king's horses and all of the king's men could not put Humpty Dumpty back together again. And this is the way with China. China, I think, has already taken the fall. Their industry, they're so reliant upon America. And this slump in manufacturing. See, China, right now, is trying to make a transition from a manufacturing country of manufacturing and selling to America to becoming consumers themselves. They're trying to make a transition, but this transition is incomplete. And if their economy folds up before they can make any sort of transition whatsoever, it's going to look bad for China. China could start to lead the world into a global recession. And this global recession is coming. Personally, I don't believe it's going to be a recession. I hate to use the D word, but I think we can in this case. I think what we're heading into is a global depression. So now let's take a look at the timing and stuff, right? Now, the experts are all in agreement that a global recession is coming. Here we have Steve Keen. And an awful lot of these experts were saying that this global recession was coming in 2024. A few months back, they were saying 2024, we're going into a global recession. And then later, they were in agreement that it was coming in 2022. That was like 2 months later, right? And now, a couple more months have passed, and now they're saying 2020. Right? They keep moving the date forward, closer to where we are right now. I'm going to tell you what, I say it's starting right now. It's the beginning, rumblings of it are starting right now. And I think that what we're going to see is a rather large decline in the market is going to be the salvo blow. It's going to be like the first shot that's fired in a world war of this giant depression that's actually coming upon us. The benefactors of this, ultimately, are going to be the cryptocurrencies. It's all about timing an awful lot of times. Things that happen in life are all about timing. And the timing could not be better for cryptocurrencies. Because what's going to happen is ultimately this global recession is going to make a transition into hyperinflations in the fiat currencies. And this is going to be a driving force behind the cryptocurrencies. And so that's what's going on. This is your little update. Thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe to my channel. And if you're not subscribed already over at Financial Turmoil Explained, just put in Financial Turmoil. You won't even get halfway through turmoil and you'll see my mug on there. On the search engine on YouTube. Just put in Financial and you'll get like TURM. And then you'll see my channel there. Financial Turmoil Explained. Go in there and sub to my channel. Listen, thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the very next show on Monday. Bye-bye, guys.